Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? It's still sort of morning here on the East Coast. Yeah, so hi. It's been a few days, and I wish I could say that I feel nice and refreshed and raring to go. I partially do. I partially do. I have been doing some great deep dives into cults. I did a few streams over the weekend. I took a couple of hi everybody, hi Asen, George, Virginia, hello. I feel like is it romper room where they look in the mirror and name the names? They never said my name. Yeah, so hi. Um, I have been fairly quiet for me, for me, the past week or so, especially the past few days. I haven't really been in any chats to speak of. Maybe think I said hi to Rabbit last night. It's pretty much it. I haven't really been in the forefront of all this. I really didn't want to. I didn't even really want to talk about it at all anymore. But now that I've calmed down, at some point I will be addressing some things that have been kind of blowing up my inbox. And yeah, we'll talk about it because that's what we do. I don't consider myself in the thick of it. I don't consider myself under any umbrella. Like I've said, I have distanced myself from the whole rat race. It's going to have to do with one less rat. And yeah, that's it. As far as my involvement in being entrenched in it, it's not my life. I guess for a while it was kind of taking over my life, but it really isn't my life. So I want to talk about some things that have been on my mind. A certain concept that is used by cults. I also have seen it in this space, and I will be addressing that. But I want to lay some groundwork and give you some examples from my own life, my own experience in my cult. I call it my cult, even though it wasn't my cult, it was Marlene's cult. But yeah. So I want to talk about the title says what a shame. So I'm going to talk about shame. Okay. Let's go with the definition that I found right off the bat. It's shame is defined as a painful feeling of believing you are flawed, unworthy of love, or not good enough. And I felt like that a lot in my life. And the cult doctrine was designed to make you feel that way, that you and it was painful, feeling like you're flawed. You have this sinful nature that makes you bad. You're born bad, right? And you're not worthy. You're not worthy of love. You're not worthy of respect. You're not worthy of consideration apart from doing what my group wanted me to do. I never felt good enough ever. I always felt like I had this doomsday feeling just hanging over my head. And there were so many ultimatums and so many things designed to make me feel less than, to make me feel small. And wow. um, and I think that it made me malleable because I I gave my power to someone else. I gave my power over to a group and I let them label me and I let them give me a designation, an assignment, and I was shamed into submission. And I'll be damned if I'm ever going to be shamed into submission again. I am a autonomous being. I'm not part of any group. I have my friends, and I'll tell you, there are people that have had my back in this. I'm going to call it this space. I don't even like to call it a community anymore. There are people that have had my back in this space, and I love them for it, and I have their back. And then there's other people that are kind of starting to, you know, hint that they want me to kind of be on their side or they want me to have their back when they haven't had my back, you know. Um, some of them disappeared for months on end. And I know that they saw me struggling and never even checked on me and actually lorded things over me. So that for that, I feel kind of sad and almost angry, but I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to lay it down because I I understand the pressure of feeling like you have to comply, or that if you stick your neck out for someone else, it's going to get chopped off. So I wanted to, I want to give you a couple of small examples from my past that were used to make me feel small and to put me into a submissive state. Now there were things like I was assigned these motives that I know I didn't have, like just having, you know, a big chest. Like I tried to hide it, you know, in the cult. I didn't even have they weren't even that big then because I was skinny. But I if I had a shirt that was just a little too tight, or if I had shorts that were just a little too short, it was a big fucking deal. It was a huge deal. I mean, I would be dragged through the mud. And the thing is, even if it wasn't something outward, they would make things up that I had some hidden rebellion, I had some spirit, I had some demon. And I remember there was this woman, she's a very, very nice woman who used to come to church. She would actually drive. She was a parishioner, you know, that would just come on Sunday. She didn't live in the cult in the commune like with us, but she would come and she was so sweet and she had a beautiful singing voice and she would sing at the top of her lungs and praise Jesus and all that. And she was just always so nice. Well, she did something that Marlene didn't like. She asked a question or she, you know, showed some little bit of pushback. Well, all of a sudden, she was not allowed. If she wanted to come back, she left for like a few months. They let her back into the quote fold after they handled her, interrogated her, did deliverances, which is like exorcisms, and they just raked her through the coals, raked her over the coals. And when she came back, she was like a shell of a person. Like she was sorry. And they told her that she couldn't sing anymore. She was beaten down. Sorry. I thought it was good. I was not going to cry today. But just thinking of that poor lady. And you know what? I was a bystander. I thought that Marlene was right. I thought that what they did to her was for her own good. And now I look back and I realize that was effed up. It was wrong. It was wrong. And so now I'm not going to be a bystander. I have distanced myself because what I see is absolutely horrific. And I'm not saying anybody's perfect. I'm not making excuses for anybody. But this disgusting witch hunt is unbelievably ridiculous. And I'm not going to have anything to do with it. Nothing to do with it. It's just I'm done. I'm done with that. Okay. So the feeling of worthlessness just really hung over my head for the longest time. And I felt like I got my worth from the group ideology. And I felt a sense of pride, you know? And yes, cults are a mind fuck. Yes, they are. They are. Um, and as I, started to heal and um, to learn how the world works and to broaden my worldview. And that's another thing is like I'm seeing so much culty behavior that is residual from our backgrounds. And I think it's good to broaden your worldview, talk to people that have nothing to do with this space and learn from other people's point of view, you know this isn't the end all be all, and it's not the end of the world. And sometimes I got so upset that I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And I felt like I'm just going to delete my channel and go away. And you know what? I'm not going to delete my channel because I'm not, I didn't do anything wrong. Even the time when I left for 2 days, it wasn't because I felt guilty. It wasn't because I felt shameful. It was because I was just so upset and wanted to just get rid of what the source of pain, you know? So I was being falsely accused of things I did not do. Now, I don't know who did what like it doesn't concern me. And I'm not going to, drag people over, through the mud for all this stuff. But I really don't think it's productive. And you know, I don't know what people in their heart of hearts, what their motivations are. But if the motivation of, quote, calling people out, giving them a ultimatum, telling them, forcing them to make a statement and all this, if the motivation is negative and destructive, what good does that do? You know, I I came into this space, if I had it to do over, maybe I wouldn't have done one video about the freaking Aftermath Foundation. Because you know what? I really did mean well. I really wanted things to change. I wasn't just calling people POSs and just assigning them as dirt and mud and throw them away and tell them all of the F themselves. That was not my intention, and that was not my motive at all. I wanted some type of change in a positive direction. And you know what? At this point, I've I've deleted all those videos because you know why? Not because I'm ashamed, not because I've been shamed into it, not because don't stand by what I said. It's because I just don't even care anymore. It's like, you know what? Failure. That's, maybe what I had to say just kind of went in one ear and out the other and whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to be subjected to some hierarchy, tyranny, ill motives. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play the game. Okay, I'll address that. Giorgio said there's a lot of comments about Poe. Okay. I'll talk about it. Sorry, I'm just reading some of your comments, and I'll put some up. Yeah. Poe has deleted his channel. There's a lot of people that are really upset. I hope he comes back. I do too. I have talked to Poe. I mean, I'll be honest, we had a bit of a falling out. I said something that upset him about 6-7 months ago, and we just started speaking a little bit here and there about, I don't know, a week ago. So I always have respected him. I think he's a good guy. I think he has good motives, and I don't dislike him. Is he perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. I mean, I'm inclined to believe him that he said that these sites are not from him, not his doing, that he was hacked or somebody, did these false sites using his Facebook picture. So I'm inclined to believe him. I have no reason to not believe. I have no proof either way. So I've never found him to be a liar, That said, I mean, anyone who's trying to use him as I put his head on a pike and use him as an example. Have you brought up Mark Fisher? That's and I'm not judging him either. I'm just saying, for the Aftermath people and the trolls, the Aftermath trolls, and anyone else that wants to drag Poe through the mud, what about Mark Fisher? Just think about that. Think about it. Yeah. I will say this. Poe has done a lot for this community. And there has been 7 chatathons, which are fundraisers for people in this community, mostly ex-Scientologists. There was one for the Aftermath Foundation. There was one for Mike Rinder for his cancer treatment. As much as we're, been accused of being so terrible to Mike Rinder and breaking his heart and ruining his life. Yeah. We did one for Bob Ferris, for Liz Ferris's father. I personally did other fundraisers for her and was her mod for a long time. We did one for Miriam, which was fantastic. A lot of creators were involved, and that was wonderful. We did, I think, two for SBTV Foundation and one for the Boobathon, which was for Nance Drew. And guess who was there every single time? Every single of the 7 chatathons. Chad, of course, chatathon, Chad. Poe was there every time, and myself. And we've been here from the beginning of SBTV. I mean, this ex-Scientology space existed way before us and will exist way after us. I'm not abandoning the cause. I'm not abandoning the people that I care about, people that had my back. I'm not abandoning Miriam. I'm not abandoning her. And George, if you have the link to Miriam's new blog, can you please put it up? I don't know if I can read it. I really want to read it. I think I heard that Natalie read it this morning. I have to watch her replay, but I'm not abandoning the survivors, and I'm not abandoning those who have a sincere heart to see the abuses stop. And the abuses that I'm seeing going on here, they're just not okay. It's just not okay, And I hope Poe does come back, but if he doesn't, good for him. I understand, completely understand. And for those trying to drive him out, hope you're happy, because he's a decent guy, and he has a good solid following of people that really care about the cause. And hey, there will be people that come and go. There will be other donors, but I'm telling you, the people that have abandoned this facade, this fiasco, a lot of them were solid donors to the protesters, this movement, the foundations, everything, So yeah, there'll always be people there to donate, but I'm telling you, there's been some really decent people that have been driven out. And if we want to just keep in our cult mentality of just ripping people apart, shaming people, publicly humiliating people. I've been publicly humiliated in the cult, and I've been publicly humiliated over and over and over and over in this community. What do I have to lose at this point? Nothing. I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful life. I can close my laptop right now and walk away and have a beautiful life. Why do I stay? Because I do care. I genuinely care about the abuse, about the children. We're all just ripping people apart that are, supposedly allies, supposedly on the same team, trying to bring this cult down and help the survivors. Who's talking about the children? Serge, Miriam, who's talking about the actual victims and the actual cause right now? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. And, right now I have 193 people watching. Last time I had about 60 people watching, which is fine. I'm happy when I have 8 people watching. But if, people are watching to see me either cry my eyes out, explode, scream and yell, do some kind of like dramatic implosion, you've come to the wrong place. I'm sharing my heart. And I think that going forward, I still will share my heart. I will call things out when I feel I need to. But at the same time, I'm done being, in where the sausage is made. I don't care to be in that anymore. I'm my own person. No one finds me. No one. And I'm not in a group. I'm not. And those that want to, have my back and be my friend, I'm pretty easy to get along with. But you piss me off, I'm going to get spicy. What is your problem, George? Shut up. He's down there going, oh my God. I know. Okay. And yeah, all this kind of peer pressure and mob mentality and I get emails and all this and, like I've been pretty seasoned. I've been around for a year and a half of just having a channel. And 2 weeks into my channel, you know who, the troll of the universe, started trying to design towels with my face on it. And then he decided to design my face superimposed over a house fire and was going to make a towel and put it on a mug too. And why are we putting Poe's face on merch? Like, that's just, don't we know how that feels? I just can't. You know what? When I saw that, I was just like, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. This is just getting absolutely ridiculous. So yeah. So that's all I had to say. I'm not taking on the shame. I think that, if you have evil motives, you're just trying to shame people for your own sick desire. You're not actually trying to make things better, and that's how I feel about it. So I'll go through some of your comments. Hey, R Smart, glad you're here. Mama Bear, always put yourself and your well-being first. Thank you. Asen, I can relate. Never good enough, but not because of a cult or sins, but because my mother is a nasty narcissist. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hear you. Arkansas Flamingo, Maryland, many of us have the doomsday internal hum, even those not in a cult. You are a kind, wonderful soul, and I'm glad to know you. Thank you, Arkansas Flamingo. It's really sweet. Seasperia, fair weather friends or no friends at all. My hubby, Freeze and Eagle, Duncan. By the way, you're automatically consigned to eternal hellfire by default unless you adopt our doctrine and grovel in shame, fear, and guilt. Sound familiar? Thankfully, that's not the truth. Amen to that. Yep, that's exactly how it was. Asen comment, I may not chat with you regularly, but you got my back on. Aw, thank you. Asen, Freezing Eagle, what I don't get is you hear Jesus' love, Jesus is loving your kin, loving your neighbor, and then you hear this hateful rhetoric. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how it was. Irish Smart, we all make mistakes. The important thing is to adapt and learn from them. Right. And that's something that you internalize and in a way that is constructive. So going forward, you can learn from it, not having somebody shame you and make you feel worthless. And that's what cults do. And it's been pretty culty around here. Hey, Alley-oop. Unfortunately, despicable behavior is in all walks of life. I've never seen it like this before. Buttercup, I really feeling shame. Everything that has been going on in the community gave me mixed emotions. I always knew there are brutal people, but to witness it firsthand is unbelievable. Yeah. And I'm sure my words are going to be picked apart, but at this point, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to hide. They'd have to make stuff up about me because I think I've told you pretty much everything that I've done. Well, whatever. Asen, some people are here for bloodshed is gross. Yeah. Hey, Doug. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Marilyn. I'm up early and made it today. I'm glad you were here and didn't let the the asswads win. You are important to this movement. Thank you so much. KDC. Bullies are so used to getting their way, so when they don't, they are even more despicable. They will never be ashamed because their ego won't allow it. Shame on them. Tracy, it's gone to the criminal side now. I hope someone takes action. Yeah, I agree. Joe McCoy, I have not followed Poe for a long time, but what I have heard, he did not deserve any of it. Sadly, he must have felt no other option. Yeah. Yeah, I know what it feels like because I took my channel down for 2 days and I had so much support and outpouring from the community. And at this point, and this is really sad, guys, but like I'm afraid to name even some of the second gens that have had my back all the way through and even, up to this moment. And I'm afraid to even name some of them because I don't want them getting any heat. It's really sad. It's disgusting. He said, Miriam is so eloquent with her words. She's a strong fighter. Absolutely. Yeah. CO Bilf. Is it true that CO Bilf's 10X colonic program was actually a grift? This controversy needs to be addressed. All right, I'm calling you out right now. CO Bilf. I am so jealous that Duncan's going to get to meet you. Oh my goodness, you got to do a selfie. Julia, nobody's perfect, but these bullies are doing this. Bullies doing this are just criminals. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't like calling people criminals. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's some shady illegal stuff going on, especially if people are being hacked and all that, and people are being threatened, and that's not cool. It's not cool, and it's just basically inciting riots. It's wrong. It's just wrong. And what happened to Rabbit getting basically a death threat? I mean, come on, that is horrible. It's just horrible. Irish Smart, I think Miriam was fair and balanced. Absolutely. I thought she was too. Yeah. Julia O'Connell, sending prayers for Poe, Sir Crepidus, my lawyer friend Zach, and Pinche Becky. Yeah. Thank you, James Steele. I'm here because I love you as a human being, flaws and all. Yes, I am very flawed. I admit that. Yeah. Joe McCoy, there are so many out there that seem to get their jollies by attacking others. Some are never ins and some are second gens, but all are sad, terrible people. And if you think that's okay, seek help. Yeah. And you know what? What did they say? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, there's so many people that really genuinely want to help. And now they're being just dragged through the mud. Like, oh, it's just awful. It's awful. Rose Gold, hey there. It's just so depressing. It's not just this community. This hate, lying and tearing down people is the whole world. Politics, companies, the poor people fighting the fires, etc. So much judging and hatred. Yeah, absolutely. Just for the heck of it, I've been doing a lot of crocheting and cleaning and doing stuff where I hate to be alone in my own thoughts all the time because my mind wanders. So I just like to have something on in the background, and I happened across these I'm almost embarrassed to admit this, but I've been listening to the Judiciary Committee hearings from the last like 6 months of Congress. And usually I'm not, and I'm not a big politics person. I don't really talk about politics, but it's very interesting seeing like there's a lot of black and white thinking. There's a lot of people like there's so much division. It's crazy. But I listened to both sides and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, they have a point and they have a point. But I'm like, I wish they could meet in the middle, but they won't. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's just been very interesting. And, that made me think of that comment, made me think of that. I was like, yeah, like only if people would actually lay down their pitchforks and think and put themselves in someone else's shoes, then maybe there wouldn't be so many wars. Lori plays. I think Poe's not the only one digging out on this whole thing. Yeah, I definitely am distancing myself a lot because this is just too much. Hey, Cal. Love you. Listening on my commute home. Love you. I love you too, honey. Thank you. Oh, she makes me emotional. I just love that girl. That lady. She's 30. I won't call her a girl. Hey, The Journey. Those that took the bait on this, quote, intel and made it public just did what OSA wanted. This reeks of OSA opening up a dating account. Sciento is all about the sex deviance and how to push that agenda. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the same thing was done to Mark Fisher. Was that a setup? I don't know. But I mean, I'm not going to get into the morality of it because I don't even know. I don't know anything about Thailand or anything. I don't. So I can't really comment on that. Hey, Virginia, thank you for sharing your stories, even when they are difficult. Thank you. Force of delightful nature. I'm sorry that these things are happening to you and your friends. They should not confuse people's, including yours, kindness as weakness. Support you. Thank you. Force of delightful nature. Steve Spira, if you need to let off some steam, the like button is right there and ready for hitting. Yep. Hi, Brain Fog. Good morning. At this point, I would think that there is some kind of fair gaming going on. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Absolutely. Julie O'Connell. Excuse me. You are important here. You are the first person I supported on the memberships. Thank you, Julia. Appreciate you so much. Stay Spiria. Some people spread hate to avoid having to think about their own problems and life. It's destructive and sad. Yeah, I agree. Hey, karma, chameleon. Hi. So you put an earworm in my head, I will sing. So just warning you. It has been a very hurtful few months. I hope all the hate stops soon. We are losing focus. Agreed. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you for the super chat, babe. Negative energy attracts negative energy. Yeah, it's better to build than to destroy. It makes you a better person. Good. Well, I'm glad you did the super chat because I'm glad I read that. I definitely saw that one. Hanley, hey there. You're such a voice of reason in this mad world. Thank you, Hanley. Appreciate you. Well, I learned from so many of you. That's what I'm here. I'm just here to learn and talk about things. And I kind of put myself in timeout because I was so upset about this. And I don't want to just come out and just yell and emote and be like, I can't believe this. When I step back and think about it and am able to kind of weigh like the pros and cons of even talking about this. The thing about shame just kept coming up. So I was like, that's something that I've experienced a lot in my life. And I've seen it done to people. I've been a bystander, and I'm not going to be a bystander. I'm going to talk about it, you know? Cooking with the grandma. I'm so tired of the meanness in the world, so I'm sharing some positive vibes out to the universe. I love and believe in all of us. I so need the love and connections I get from you all. Thank you, Cooking with a Grandma. And I want to ask you all a favor. If after I do this stream, you see something on Reddit, you hear something on one of the other channels, oh, like I really don't want to know, because I think a lot of this stuff is designed as almost like a psyop to try to get to me, to try to get to you, to try to get to Poe, to try to get to anyone else that has spoken out about anything. So, or that has been sought out and point blank and given, an ultimatum, and what's your statement, and you know I think some people, like Streets, has pushed back, like, don't fucking ask me, keep me out of it. And there's some people that they wouldn't even dare, and I'm not even going to bring up their names because I don't want them to get mad at me, but it's like there's some people that I know that are on a different side of what some of these bullies are, but they would not dare go after them because they'll just, they're afraid. they'll yeah they'll just get eaten alive. So, yeah, I really don't want to know what they're saying about me. I don't care. I just don't need it. I don't value their opinion. So if they want to pick on me, they want to use my words and twist them, let them. Let them. So, and I forget, Poe has done a lot of good for the community for a long time. Absolutely. Whenever there's any need in the community, he jumps in with both feet. So, yeah, I mean, he's proven himself over a long period of time. Like I said, we haven't always seen eye to eye. I was upset with him because he wouldn't even let me apologize to him. I'll just say that. But now we're good. I understand why he needed a break from me because I'm a lot. I can be a lot, and I criticized some stuff that he didn't like. Fine, but that does not take away from how I feel about his whole body of work and about a lot of the stuff he does. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I believe him. If he said that those aren't his accounts, I have no reason not to believe him. And, like Duncan said this morning, I don't like to quote the Bible, but he does. He is without sin, throw the first stone, All right, I'm just catching up here. Oh, hey, Chado. Good to see you. Real Life School. Glad you're here, Doug. Data Chick. You there? Sarah Bowman. Hello. I'm way behind. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Maria, thank you for being here. Hey, Ren Listens. I've gone very lurker mode in all the creators that I watch because I don't always feel safe. I agree. I understand. I have two, actually. I have two. And I'm glad that you felt comfortable. And, I'll admit it. My block list is a mile long, and people want to say I'm against free speech. No, I'm against bullying. And I don't need it. I don't need it in my chat. And this isn't a democracy. It's my channel. So, yeah. I don't mind someone challenging me on things, but if they attack me or attack my chat, bye. See ya. I have no use for it because I want this to be a safe space. All right, just scrolling. Hey, Nisa, good to see you. I'm with you, girl. I'm not in any group either. I'm not planning on it. I'm not into organized religion either. I go to church on occasion, do everything on my, like, you do you, boo, right? That's what they say. That's what Natalie says. I see these people I haven't seen in a while. Hey, Sophia, good to see you. Glad you're here. Krista, good to see you. It's harassment, yeah. Martha, yeah, that's just uncalled for. uncalled for. And I got Rabbit's back. She is amazing. She's done a lot for this community. She does her own thing. She wasn't even mentioning SPTV or anything for the longest time. And then she gets a death threat. That's horrible. Just horrible. She doesn't deserve that at all. Hey, my Sharona, preying on people who are working so hard for a cause you're supposedly working on is one of the most despicable things that happen on social media. It's always happened. The knife just goes deeper now. Yeah, this is off the rails. I agree, Eliu. I agree. Stasia, my mom taught me to be kind and understanding. She was my guidepost. She was better than any religion by far. Yep. Right. You don't need religion to be a good person. That's how I believe. I believe you don't need that to be a good person. Sorry, I'm just scrolling. Sorry for the dead air. Julia, there's definitely an evil force driving this whole thing. Yeah, I'm sure Osa and Dave Miscavige and all that, I'm sure they're very happy. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. It probably was deleted, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways. Everyone keeps saying they're not going to get involved, and within seconds they start talking shit. If you're going to stop them, stop. Okay, let's break this. Let's break this down. Let's break this down. Now, it's not seconds because I haven't said anything in several days. Now, when my phone gets blown up and I get dragged into it, I'm going to make a statement. So I decide when I'm gonna talk and when I'm gonna stop. So thank you, August Vibe. I've never seen you before. Yeah, whatever. It's all good. I love how people that just, all of a sudden want to come in and give me shit. But thanks for subscribing. Hey, Rose Gold, Maryland is a book that I think you would absolutely love, but I don't know if I can suggest it here if it's against. No, it's not against the rules. I'm not really a reader. I mean, I can do an audiobook. It suits. What if it suits you wear your recent cosplay? Oh, yeah. Let me know. That's not against the rules at all. I can start your comments at a discount. Some money on super chats. I'll send my PayPal link. Right? Hey. Oh my god, that's so funny. George is accepting bribes now. Wow. Oh my god. Why does it seem like everyone's just believing every single thing they see or hear? Yeah, it's like, oh, I saw it on the internet, so it must be true, right? Sophia, it's supposed to grind people down and cause hysteria. Yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of hysteria. Agreed. Kate Delight, I miss the good vibes of the community from a year ago, and now it's crumbling. So sad. Yeah, I agree. I miss it too. Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, it can and it will go on. It might look a lot different, but I was thinking about this today that it doesn't need to be one big group, but people can do their own thing. Just kind of have respect for each other. And I could be called a hypocrite because I did speak out against the Aftermath Foundation. But the thing was, I and Poe and Chad did a lot to support them. And I was upset with how the stakeholders and the donors were treated, which I was one of them. And so I was very vocal about supporting them. So I was very vocal about some things that I saw that were wrong, not because I wanted people to not support them anymore or because I thought they were horrible. I wanted to throw them out like the trash, but because I actually was giving input because I thought maybe I could help. I talked to Mike Rintner and we went back and forth on email many times, and he just wasn't interested in talking about that. He was only interested in talking about Aaron and how bad Aaron was. Again, I've said over and over, I I totally, supported their decision is their decision to take anybody off of a board. Like I've said, I could have been taken off the board for any reason, of my board of the nonprofit that I founded. So that wasn't the issue to me. So again, I think people have the right. Like I felt like I had the right to speak out as something that I was actually invested in. It wasn't like I was this outside person just trying to attack them. So yeah, and as much as I felt like it affected me, I said something. Now I'm done. And yeah, I did. I did delete all those videos because I said it. It went out there, and nothing was taken. My advice wasn't taken. So I was like, okay, whatever. It's all good. I'm moving on. And so I think that, we can all fight cults in our own way, and we can talk and be friends with the people that we vibe with. If we don't vibe with someone, I'm just going to live and let live, whatever. But I am not going to sit by and not say anything when people are being bullied. I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong. But again, I'm just kind of moving on and doing my own thing. So. Hey, AB. Hey, honey. Thank you so much for the super chat. I know I have said this publicly and privately. I wanted to share. I'm proud of you because your purpose is shining through. So glad you're taking care of you so you can continue the mission. Thank you, AB. Love you. I appreciate you so much. And I'm really excited actually because the cult that I did a video about the other day, the ramp cult, I'm in touch with one of the TikTokers that I featured on my video, and he said he'll be happy to talk to me. And there's a few others, and then there's some from some other cults. So I probably will be doing some interviews fairly soon. Looking forward to that. So yeah, we got a lot of things that we're going to be doing in the near future. Hey, Julia, thank you so much for the super chat. You are so important. Do not go to Reddit and Discord. No, as I didn't even, oh yeah, Discord, does it even exist anymore? I support people who lift each other. Yes. Yeah. And thank you for saying that. And yeah, I don't even want to know. Please don't even tell me. I really don't care. I don't value their opinions. So, and any other, creators that want to pull up my stuff and drag me through the mud and pick apart what I say and scream and yell at me while I'm crying, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, Mama Squirrel, lurking while knitting, but wanted to say hi and send some love. Hey there. So glad you're here. A force of beautiful nature. I've been so taken aback by how many people lack the ability to hold multiple perspectives. That says a lot about their maturity. Yeah, the black and white thinking is not healthy. And it's not just a cult thing, but it definitely is an earmark of a cult. And I'm abandoning the culty thinking. I want to think for myself and have critical thinking and weigh things from, different sides, try to think of putting myself in other people's shoes and listening. And yeah, I'm not going to just throw people out with the trash, just because someone is pressuring me to do that and shaming me into it. No, because basically telling somebody, if you do not do this, then you are, and XYZ, whatever that is, labeling you and shaming you. I'm not going to be labeled, and I'm not going to be shamed. Hey, Constance June, glad you're here. Hey, Chris Tenham. Thank you for being here. Just a Northern girl. I only found out about this from Rabbit yesterday. Do we know who's fueling these vile rumors, or is it just the old vile trolls going lower than we could imagine? Humans are so cruel. Yeah, well, it was, I don't know. I guess the news was broken by a protester. I don't even want to talk about that person. So I don't know where it came from, honestly. Hey, pause for Andrea. So glad you're here. Marilyn, you've always been a voice of reason, compassion, understanding, and growth. You call things out without bringing out the pitchforks. Appreciate you and Duncan so much. Thank you, Andrea. That means a lot, because sometimes I do self-reflect, and I'm like, am I this horrible, vicious person that the trolls make me out to be? Am I the crazy crochet, what? It's like, yeah, maybe to some people I am, and that's okay. Whatever. They can have their opinion, but I know in my heart of hearts that I mean well. I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to make a lot more mistakes, but I don't delight in seeing people just, be canceled and just be, beaten down and turned into a shell. And that doesn't make me happy at all. Yeah. Nisa, did John Poe express? He's deleted his channel, so I don't think he said anything public. But I'll say that, yeah, he said it that they are, I don't know if you call them stock accounts. They're just, yeah, that they're fake profiles. So he has said that. I don't know if he's going to make a public. That's up to him. But I don't think he'd mind me saying that. Yeah, he's reached out to several of us. Yeah, he reached out to Rabbit and told her his side of the story. So yeah, that he was hacked. That's his side of the story, and I have no reason not to believe him. So yeah. Hey, Joe McCoy. A lot of the problem folks, I saw it in some of them almost from their first appearance. 6 in particular. Some are just, yeah. Well, I don't like to label somebody bad, but it's like, yeah, with their actions are bad, then I would wish they would stop. Yeah. Yeah, I think Susie's okay. She's been doing her streams again, and they're really good. Go check out her channel. It's at But First Coffee, Susie Oberholtz. I think it's all one, yeah, on one phrase. And people are always also making gross comments on Chad's channel. Poor Chad. Yeah, he's another one that's been here for a long time, just doing good, having the best of motives. He's definitely proven himself as a good friend. I love Chad. And he's never, even when other people that I was friends with did not have my back, did, just abandon me, got pissed or whatever and took off, and now want to, be friends again, whatever. But Chad never jumped on any of those bandwagons. He's always been there for me, and he's always been around checking on me and being a good friend, So I appreciate Chad. Good old Chado. Susan P. Attacking creators by using their families is horrific. Using other creators in chat to attack other creators is crazy. I won't be a part of your plan. I'm here for the kids and elderly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mention anyone's family. I mean, that's just low. It's very, very low. And no, I wouldn't do that. I agree with that. Does it matter to you? Not to me. Can we get back on purpose and end COI? Yeah, and Scientology instead of, yeah, right. Instead of ending each other in the cult, right? Yep, that's right, Stasia. Just be a good human being. If you don't want someone to treat you like shit, don't do it to anyone else. Yep, exactly. Hey, Rib Guy. I don't know if I've ever seen you in my chat before, but welcome. Glad you're here. Hey, Penny. Hello, hello. I love your heart. You have a calming presence in the midst of all this drama. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't feel very calm, but I am calmer than I was last week. Definitely. Yeah, that's pretty much what Duncan said this morning. It was like no one's perfect. Like if you my adopted dad used to say, if you're pointing the finger at someone, you've got 3 fingers pointing back at you, which is true. That's true. Julia O'Connell, they have attacked Susie Oberholtz. She is done with all the drama. Check her community post. Okay, she has a community post up. I love Susie. She's amazing. She's amazing. Irish Smart, some folks love to cause conflict and stir up shite. One of my sisters takes great pleasure in this. I've learned the hard way to try not to get caught up in the middle. Yeah, we learn our lessons, don't we? I'm trying to learn. I don't want to have to keep having to learn the same lesson over and over, because it does have its way of coming back around and trying to teach you the same lesson again, right? Janet from Another Planet, you were treated poorly by the Aftermath. After all you did, they didn't value your input. Yeah, and that's their prerogative. But yeah, I tried to help. I mean, I'm nobody special, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And then to be patting all these trolls on the head that are going after me, calling me a child abuser and all this stuff that is not true at all. And then I sent an open letter to the Aftermath Foundation, sent it to Claire. Nothing. Okay, whatever. I wasn't trying to shame her. I wasn't saying anything. I don't call people names. I don't delight in anyone. I tell you, if someone made a fake profile that was the Aftermath Foundation and they were doing these horrible videos about Claire and all that, I would say, cut the shit. Especially if I knew who they were. I certainly wouldn't be being like, oh, look at them, they made a nice website for us. No. I can tell you that with a clear conscience that I wouldn't be for that at all. I don't think it's right at all. If you want to criticize something, have a stake in it. Show your face, and stand behind your words. Martha, comment, there is a difference between speaking out and doing stream after stream over 6 to 8. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call anybody out individually, but yeah, I mean, that kind of tells me that there's a different motive to that. I'm pretty sure. Asen, people sadly think in absolutes. If you question, you are the enemy. If you suggest improvements, you are the enemy. It's so stupid. Yeah. Yeah, I wish this could happen. Scientology is loving how we are getting divided into 2. That's how evil they are. Just reunite and get along. Yeah. I mean, I hope that happens. I wish that would happen. I don't have a lot of faith in that it will, but the thing is, I'm not in any camp. I'm just kind of me. And I am distancing myself, but I'm also still fighting for the cause. And I will, still have the backs of people that look out for me. We'll look out for each other. So, the journey, part 1. Okay. I'm a great reader, right? You learn and grow. We can change our minds and give a different opinion. I don't understand hate. We are all different yet similar in ways. We don't even need to understand someone's opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. Just respect it. I don't have to, agree, but you can respect someone's opinion. I agree. Analytical, the purpose, hey, AB, the purpose and mission is being lost in all this madness. Everyone just needs to keep their head in the game and remember why we're all here. Absolutely. Lathonda, hey there. I haven't seen you in a while, so glad you're here. Things have become so toxic that I think a lot before commenting on most channels because even the comments are monitored and bullied by some people. Oh, yeah, I've heard that. It's like they'll even pull it up in real time and be like, oh, look who's there. Oh, look who's in the chat. Oh, look in their chat, in her chat. What the hell is this, like the McCarthy era or something? What is with this witch hunt? It's so gross. It's so gross. And, you know, not for nothing. I love how somehow I'm being accused of being some kind of enabler when there are some really nasty things happening, and there are other people that are not speaking out about it and being bystanders, and by default look like they're encouraging it or they're at least enabling it. So whatever, it can go both ways. So I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying, pot or kettle here. Pot or kettle. Oh, this was the second half of your comment. The journey, tearing people down isn't why I'm here. And just because I don't agree with someone doesn't mean I choose the other side. 100%. Yeah. 100%. It's not black and white, right? All we are saying is give peace a chance. Yep. I agree. Kate's like, yes, we will absolutely still do the Xena Marlene. We will absolutely do that. Oh, it's funny. They've changed, let's see, media assets. Is that what that is? Here it is. Xena Marlene. In honor of our friend Doug. Oh, yeah. I'm never going to forget the survivors. I'm never going to forget Doug. I'm never going to forget the cause, and I'm not going to abandon cause. I'm going to still talk about Scientology, but I just don't want to be involved in all of this interpersonal, hate to use the word drama, but I'm just not interested in that. So, whoops, there we go. Corey plays, I'm glad I got to know him. He's a stand-up guy, and my brother in blue talking about Poe. Yeah, I think, was it the first time you sort of met, like talked to each other, was the night, I remember the night that Aaron was arrested, and I jumped on a stream and I invited you, Lori, and I saw Poe in the chat and he's like, hey, send me a link. So I sent him a link, and I think that was the first night that you guys streamed together. So that was cool. I'm glad I was able to introduce you to. That's awesome. Brenda, is there any way we can stop these people from doing these evil things like done to Poe? I'm sick of it. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could report it. I mean, Poe is a retired law enforcement, so I'm sure he knows some options, and I hope he does take them, Doesn't matter to you, not to me. I won't let others tell me who I can watch, talk to, or support. Make my own choices. Yep, 100%. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Susan P. Appreciate you. It's raining cups. I can't even talk today, let alone sing. It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen. Thank you. Yay, 5 new cubs. I love it. Yeah, wow, I know. Thank you. Mods are gods. Oh my goodness. I think I need to put that on some merch. Sophia, we have a golden rule here. What you don't want done to you, don't do to others, right? Golden rule. Yep. Pretty straightforward and simple. Yeah. If you don't like it, then don't do it. Don't do it to others, and don't support it, right? Yes. Susan P. Always the generous, beautiful person, human. Yeah. Hey, poet. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Oh, it is afternoon, isn't it? Wow. I'm just reading a troll. I am not putting that one up. That is gross. Wow. That is gross. Hey, Kelly, and this is not gross. I love her. breaking breaking points are being tried and tested. I wish everyone peace. Please take care of yourselves. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it is definitely a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Yeah, people are being pushed. Hmm. Yes, we love Kelly. Yeah, she's awesome. Julia, I hold myself accountable for my actions. Absolutely. Buckled up, Buttercup. I will watch if people are supporting other creators or defending themselves against attacks, but attacking others, no. Agreed. Oh, see you later, Joel. Have a meeting. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay well, strong, and happy. See you down the road. See you later. Glad you're here. You were here. Kate Delight, all the hearts. Thank you. Hey, popcorning piggies. Just catching up and agree, sharing what is being said. Isn't worth your time. Trolls will troll. That exactly about, yeah. I know. Darn autocorrect. Or as Charlie Gunspot calls it, Cricket calls it, auto cock rocket or something like that. I actually made her an emoji. It was like a rocket shaped like a, you know what, like a Rodney. Oh my god. Jen from another planet. Some people sitting behind a keyboard are so vile. I think there must be something terribly wrong in their life. Yeah, if you're interested, I actually put this up on a stream. I think it was about ZDT and talking about trolls and what's his name? Dr. Grande did a really good video on internet trolls. If you look up Dr. Grande internet trolls, it should come up, and it goes through the psychopathy and all the different motivations and personality types that studies have shown that are behind that trolling. And the first thing is the anonymity of it all, you know. Poet, the unpleasantness has been quite annoying lately. Yeah, that's an understatement. But I'm still here and I continue to do my thing. So don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. Awesome. Glad you're here, Poet. Granny G. Hey, Granny G. You're here. Seja, I'm so glad I don't see some names. Yeah, it's like, whatever, you know. I don't need that. I don't owe anybody anything. They want to be rude, they're not welcome, you know. But if they have a legitimate argument or other opinion, fine. But no, we're not doing bullying and we're not doing harassment. Force of delightful nature. I don't agree with what everyone in this community says, but to assassinate characters of those you don't agree with is so nasty. Yeah, and if you agree with me 100% of the time, then you know I feel sorry for you. I'm not meaning you, force of delightful nature. I'm just saying in general, like that's a statement that I heard recently. Is like, you know, there's so much polarization in this country and in different, you know, different countries and different groups and people in general. There's so much polarization. Like we are talking about that black and white thinking. So if you agree with somebody 100% of the time, maybe you need to analyze your relationship with that person because I find it hard to believe, you know, that that's the case. Or maybe you should analyze yourself and say, are you being true to yourself? You know, my hubby, people that are posing you are paying you a compliment. You're a threat to their throne of lies. You sit on a throne of lies like a Santa Claus. What was that in Elf, like ELF in that movie, the Christmas movie that we love? Like you smell like beef and cheese. You sit on a throne of lies. But he's like, you're not Santa. Yeah. Mhm. Brenda, I was disappointed seeing someone who I do still watch or watch still say something I know wasn't true. I know what to do with that. Soon won't be anyone left to watch. Seems like a cancer that's growing. Yeah. And, that's okay if you need to take a break or go away. I totally understand. But yeah, I try to tell the truth. I try to be honest as I can, you know, and no one's perfect. But at the same time, I think we're looking at motivation too. Like, what's the underlying um, motive of it all, Hey, Becky USA. Hey, good to see you too. Glad you're here. Doesn't matter to you, not to me. Paul, if you're watching, we love and respect you. Yeah. Yeah. I hope he comes back. Lori Abs Poe seems to be a stand up of a man. He helped Miriam, and you think it's 100% fair gaming. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I'm not sure what happened with Pinche Becky. I don't know. I haven't talked to her. Yeah. Yeah. No one deserves to be lied about and bullied. I agree. I agree. Yes, mods are the best. Absolutely. I think that means there's been trolls in here, huh? Sophia, just because someone struggles enough to be vile doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your peace until they get the help they need. 100%. Yeah, I agree with that completely. Yeah, and sometimes, you can care about the person, but you don't owe them your own sanity. You don't own, you know, you don't have to grind yourself to powder to wait for them to get help. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And if you see a pattern in someone's life and, you point it out, you speak into their life, I'm not going to publicly trash someone over a personal thing that they're working out or need to work out, but I'm honest behind the scenes, guys. I mean, anyone who thinks that I'm some wallflower that's just going along with whatever is happening and not speaking about it, like, yeah. I mean, people that say, I'm not even mentioning names today, but people that say that, like, oh, well, you're enabling, or you're, wait till you get screamed at, wait till you get gaslit, wait till this happens to you. It's like, wait a minute, I'm the one yelling at that person and making them cry, because they're like, wait till he makes you cry. It's like, wait, I make them cry. But yeah, I'm honest, and that's just all there is to it. People don't know me, they don't understand me, and that's fine. That's fine. Oh, good. But if you have a problem, hey, I'm saying this in general. Email me. I've gotten some emails lately, and if they're respectful, I always answer. If they're just like, I got one that was like, "You're just like Ashton Kutcher. You're enabling a Danny Masterson." I'm like, "What the hell?" I didn't answer that one because I don't owe them anything. But if somebody has a genuine concern of something I said, or direction that I'm going in that they don't agree with, I will totally listen. I may not take their advice, but 9 times out of 10, I will answer and talk about it, you know? Stay spirit. I don't even agree with myself 100% of the time, let alone anyone else. I know, right? Hey, and I write I change my mind all the time, so, yeah. Marilyn, so funny. You sit on a throne of lies. I know, I love that. It's so funny. Will Ferrell's like, "Santa, Santa." Oh my god, I just love that movie. Kate DeLay, thank you, Duncan and Moz, for taking care of Mama Bear. Thank you. Yes, and keeping this a safe space. I really appreciate it. Mm. Hope he can get his Facebook account. Yeah, the hacking is not okay. It's horrible. I mean, I'll say this, like, I'll guarantee if someone wants to make a false profile of me and it comes out or whatever, I will come out, and that's just me. I'm not throwing shade on Poe or anybody. I'm just saying, like, I will come out and say, hey, it's false, and I'll report it, and I don't care. I mean, I will do that because that's just my nature. I don't take things lying down. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, if they want to do that to me, it's not going to work, because I will totally put that on blast. Well, thank you so much. Prettier than Ashton. Thank you so much. Sophia, I wouldn't even want to agree with myself all the time. That would mean I don't take new information, yep, into consideration and adapt based on it. And that was up 100%. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Kim White, I cannot go into the live streams of many now because the chat gets nasty. Late last night, a live protester was on bashing bad actors again, including Rabbit. Ah, yeah. Leave Rabbit alone. It's terrible. Well, I'm sure I'm next. Whatever. I don't watch it. That's the thing, is like they can try to mess with my head all they want. I don't want to hear it, and I'm not going to hear it, and I don't care. Right? Voices like Hey Sai, voices like Tori Magoo are so valuable. They've been in this space for decades and seen it all. Keep centered and speak your truth. Yep. I love Tori. Absolutely. Hey, Shanti. Yeah, this. I think Scientology has gone into the chats and comment sections of a lot of creators. I believe they know how to push certain buttons and keep vitriolic videos in the name of truth and justice. Yep. Agreed. Rabbit has a heart of gold. Agreed. Yeah, just the facts. I know. I don't get it. Yeah, Poe didn't deserve that. I agree. That's just bullshit. Okay, I'm just going through here. I think I'm catching up. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm not Ashton Kutcher. Asen, I'm sure Tori saw a version. Oh, absolutely. She's always pointing it out completely. Yeah, she's always pointing that out. And again, this whole community is like ebbs and flows, you know? All right, sorry, I'm just, I love Rabbit. Yep, I agree. You'll never hear Tori attacking anyone. What a good soul. Absolutely. No facial hair. All right, everyone. I think I probably said enough. And I'm sure I'll be dragged, but whatever, you know. Maybe they'll leave somebody else alone today. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will play our outro. I haven't played it in a while. Still have to do something with the intro, but here's the outro, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Xenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.